Welcome to my Masterclass. I'm Coach Al Fultneri. Thank you for taking the time to listen to what I got to teach you today. Chaos to clarity. It's something that every entrepreneur has faced. You're in a whirlwind of everything going nuts and you just want to be clear. You want focus intensity. You want that clarity to know how to move forward. And that's what I plan to teach you in this Masterclass. A little bit about me. So, Al Fultneri, I am almost done with my PhD in performance psychology. I have wrote one book, Formula for a Balanced Life, trademarked as Mr. Undefeated, not because I've won everything, it's because I've had the perseverance and the discipline to overcome, to fight through a great number of things that have happened in my life. Performance coaching, do a lot of keynote public speaking, and I run numerous businesses. So that's me in a nutshell. But who am I really? I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, I'm a family man. These are some pictures of me and my family. This is, to me, why I do what I do every single day. And I'm sure you can relate. Now you might be saying, is this masterclass for me? Well, let me ask you this question. When you got into the entrepreneurial journey, is this the life you wanted? I call this the undefeated life. The boats, the yachts, the cars, the vacations, the spa treatments, anything you want, because money's not an issue, time's not an issue. We all wanted this undefeated life. But what we quickly found out is this is easier said than done, right? But this was the goal. This was the goal of why we decided to take that entrepreneurial leap of faith. Now, what I know that we have in common, and I don't even know you and you don't even know me, is that we all had a calling. We all had something that told us we were going to be entrepreneurs. We were going to take a leap of faith from a 9 to 5 or straight out of college or high school, whatever the case may be. And we were going to follow our passion. We were going to follow our calling, and we were going to jump into this fishbowl of entrepreneurship. That I know we have in common. That's the one thing I know we have in common. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. So after my undergraduate degree, I worked for the government for 11 years. I loved it. I worked in the criminal justice field, and I loved it. I loved the camaraderie. I loved everything about it. And after 11 years, I realized one thing, that my skill, my ambition, my value was never going to quite equate what I thought it was worth monetarily unless I left and did my own thing. So to me, I left a safe, secure environment. The unfortunate truth is the criminal justice world is always going to be there. And I left that. I left that for the entrepreneurial journey. So you may be in that same mark where you're considering leaving or you did leave. And the worst feeling in the world as an entrepreneur is you sometimes think you got to go back to that, because that entrepreneurship journey is so chaotic for you and the pain that you feel. So if that's the case, know that I've been there too. I've been there just like maybe you're there or you've been there. Now, what is it that I want to teach you? I want to teach you how to learn how to take control of your life, your business, your family, and yourself. I want to teach you how to eliminate the chaos, overcome the frustration, the fear, the anger, and the doubt that runs through all of us. And I want to teach you how to implement a system for a clear path to move forward so you can have the success you deserve and the success that you desire. Now, what I'm going to share with you is some of the pain points I learned throughout my entrepreneurial journey. If you relate, let them hit your heart. Write them down. But these are the pain points I hit. And I found out from coaching that these are the pain points a lot of people face. And the first one is money. That you left something to make more money while following your passion. Right? Something that you enjoy, and then it doesn't feel like work. You've heard that. But the unfortunate truth is the money doesn't always come easily. There might be good months, there might be no bad months. There might be bad years. We've all been there. For me, I've had businesses where my employees were making more than me, and they were part-time. And I was the owner of the company that I thought was a good idea. So I had a pain point of the money, that I thought the money would just come in. And sometimes it did. And then when it didn't, I was stuck. and I had to figure it out. Next pain point was time. Is the time just flies, right? Sun up to sundown, 7 days a week. The time just goes and you're like, okay, well, as soon as I get this business under control and we're doing this and this, we can take a vacation or whatever the case may be. And eventually it's always something. It's always something. There's always something consuming your time as an entrepreneur. So the time just goes and you don't have control of your time, but you left something that controlled your time to jump into something that now you don't have control of your time. That doesn't make any sense, right? So teaching you and understanding that you can control your time is very, very important. The next pain point was your family wants to spend time with you, but you're always working. You're always on an alleged day off, you got to take care of something. Oh, this came up. Oh my God, so-and-so texted me. Oh, whatever. Well, there's always going to be stuff that comes up. You're the owner. But it's learning how to deal with that in the time you've allocated to deal with that. Because most things aren't 911. People just make them 911 scenarios. But at the end of the day, you realize you look internally that your family wants more time with you. So if that relates to you, that you don't feel like you're spending enough time with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, put that down on paper. Put that down, because that's an important one. Your health. Now for me, personally, I didn't let my health go when I became an entrepreneur. Working out to me was super important, I'm very disciplined, I'm in the gym every day. I eat clean sometimes and then I don't other times. But my overall health was very important to me. I know a lot of entrepreneurs that just let themselves go. They just let themselves go because they say they don't have any time. They're focused on building this business. Once this business builds, I'll get back on track. I'll get back to the weight I was at in college, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it just doesn't happen. So think about your own health. Is it where you want it to be? Is it where you want it to be? The next one is competition. There's always competition. And when you got into business, you were like, man, I'm gonna beat so-and-so. I'm gonna take care of so-and-so. Or maybe you didn't have any competition. Now a big boy came in and they're competing against you. So now it got really, really hard because you're mom and pa and they're big infrastructure, whatever the case may be. And you could be getting beaten in the business, but also the business could be beating you. And I mean, it's beating you up, like it's wearing you down. And you gotta figure out, is this the right path? Is there a way out of this? And that's a serious one too, because it just takes a toll on you. Then it affects your health. Then it affects your time. Affects your money. Get where I'm going? You guys sticking with me? These are the pain points we all feel. Nobody told me. This was a funny one. Because one of the businesses I did start did very well financially right off the bat. But then came the tax bill. And then another business I opened, I needed workman's comp and unemployment insurance, and I didn't really put that in the numbers. And it was just because I was clueless. Nobody told me all the intricacies of running the business behind the scenes. So for you, you might be able to jot down 3 things, 5 things, 10 things that nobody told you that you wish you would have known, or you're still trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm with you. I was there. And it sucked when you were like, oh man, I gotta pay for this and this and this and this and this. Yep, you do. Next one is, entrepreneurs, it's an interesting thing because we're kind of by ourselves. And we're on an island by ourselves. We think different, we are different, we think bigger, we take risks, and a lot of people don't understand that. And so if your circle isn't filled with entrepreneurs, if you don't have people you can consult, if you don't have people you can confide with, if you don't have people that you're vulnerable with, you now feel like you're on an island by yourself and you're trying to figure everything out. And that was me, because I was an entrepreneur in my circle. And now it's funny because a lot of my good friends from way back in the day are now all entrepreneurs also. And they're like, wow, now everything you used to say makes sense. But when I would try to consult them back in the day, their answers didn't make sense because they didn't understand. They were thinking like an employee, not like an owner, not like an investor, just a very different lens. Now you might be thinking, What's Coach Al's motive? Is he trying to sell me something? Because I've bought courses, I've bought programs, I've had mentors, I've had private coaches. And you know what? It didn't work. And what I want you to ask yourself is, what do you mean it didn't work? Didn't work because you didn't make millions? Or it didn't work because you didn't put in the effort? Or did it work, but it only taught you one thing and you thought that was a failure? But I'm here to tell you that one thing moved you forward. So ask yourself, if you have invested time and money in coaching, in programs, in courses, go back through all of those. Go back through with an open lens and see if you can extract the nuggets if you fail to get them the first time. I guarantee you they're there. I guarantee you they're there. You just have to be ready to receive them. Now, have you been underachieving? Have you been taking second place? The competitor down the street is kicking your butt? Well, why have you been underachieving? Are you giving up? Are you throwing in the towel? Is that it? Is that it? Because if that's it, I'm here to spark you. I want you to succeed. Maybe not in your current business. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Shark Tank tells people that all the time. And sometimes they get proven wrong and sometimes they're right. But the question is, that doesn't mean you got to give up the entrepreneurial journey or wanting the entrepreneurial lifestyle, the entrepreneurial success. You just got to ask yourself, have you been slacking? Have you been slacking? I've met a lot of business owners that have crushed it during the last couple of years. And I've met a lot of business owners that have every excuse in the world of why they can't make it. So what's the difference? What's the difference? Is it the industry or is it the intensity? Industry or intensity? Because I can show you people succeeding in every industry. Every industry. Now, along my journey, I developed that there's 10 secrets to being undefeated. Having an undefeated life, being an undefeated entrepreneur, there's 10 secrets. And I want to share those secrets with you. And what I do is I compartmentalize them into 3 buckets. Bucket number 1 is I need you to take control of your life. Bucket number 2 is I need you to take control of your family. And the last bucket is I need you to take control of yourself. So I'm going to go through the 10 secrets. And this is what I coach on. This is what I teach. This is what I speak on. So taking control of your life. First one is we got to get money under control. You got to know what's coming in. You got to know what's going out. You got to know where to leverage. You got to know what's smart risk. You got to know what's good debt, bad debt. You just got to get the whole money thing under control. You got to get the money thing under control. It's a very, very, very important one. Very important. So you can't just run a business on a whimsical whim and never know your numbers. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Number 2, we got to get you controlling your time. You got to control your time. You got to manage your time. You got to learn how to structure your day. And what I mean is, that's not cookie cutter, because everybody has peak performance times. Some people are morning people, some people are afternoon, some people are evening, some people are night owls. Okay, you got to do certain things at certain times because you're running a business. But other than that, it's learning how to channel in and build that plan that's going to work for you so that you are controlling your time and it's very focused at each time of the day. And I'm not talking about some boot camp structure, right? Because we all want some freedom, but you got to get certain things done every single day. And then you'll have the flex time that you want. Next one is health. Eating right, working out, it's important. It'll make you feel like $1 million. And when you're feeling like $1 million, you're gonna perform like $1 million. So that's one of the biggest secrets too, is I help clean up people's health, both from working out and a nutrition standpoint. Next one is taking control of your family. You gotta have fun. What most business owners don't understand is that their families are sacrificing while you're grinding. We're grinding, right? We're grinding. I tell people all the time, when the dream is real, the grind is fun. So you're grinding because you love it and you got the intensity. But because of that lack of family time, crazy hours, whatever the case may be, your brain's always spinning. Your family sacrifices. So learning how to have fun, structured fun, is super, super important to being able to have that balance in your life. The next one is you got to learn how to protect what you're building, protect your assets, protect you. You are a commodity, right? You are intellectual property. You are something. You got to learn how to protect it, because what happens if something happens to you and you don't know how to protect it so your family benefit's a bad word, but they basically are beneficiaries for the things that you've worked hard to build for your family. And it drives me crazy when I see GoFundMe pages because people have not taken the time to learn how to protect themselves and their assets. Giving back. Philanthropy is huge. As entrepreneurs, I want to teach you how to build philanthropy into your business plan. It's huge. Giving back is huge. It's faith, it's good karma, it's the right thing to do, feels good, you learn, you grow, you network, etc., etc. It's so important to give back. So that's how I want you to take care of your family. Now the last bucket is taking care of you, right? Because you had your life, you had your family, now this is you. First one is enhancements. How are you fueling your mind? How are you feeling your heart? You better have ways to fuel it on a regular basis. And I have lots of tangible systems to implement to fuel. Next one is your support system. Oh man, you gotta have the right support system. And everybody thinks the right support system is having yes men. No. Your support system needs to understand you and push you. Understand you, push you. Understand, push you. Right? And those are different people. And then you got people that just are always by your side. But building the right support system is crucial to your success. And the key word was building the right support system is crucial to your success. So that doesn't mean you have to be married to the perfect entrepreneur or anything like that. No, or come from a family of entrepreneurs. No. You gotta learn how to build it. You gotta learn how to build it. The next one is your why. Why did you jump into that fishbowl, right? We got to get most people back there. Why did you take that leap of faith? What was your passion? What was driving you to do this, right? What was driving you to make that decision? And then what I got to do is tap in and push you so that why is so deep that failure is not an option. Giving up is not an option, right? That we're going to get you reignited to get out of the world of this mess, out of the chaos, get you to focus intensity, get you to clarity. Get where I'm going, but it's got to be a burning desire. Secret number 10 is you got to have the right team. You got to have the right team around you. You got to. Toxicity is not allowed. Everybody on the team has to be focused. Everybody has to have the common goal. Everybody has to know their role. That's why I put the Chicago Bulls up there. There's been no other team like them, where everyone knew the role. Everybody knew how to play off of each other. Everybody had a common goal. Everybody had high accountability. Everybody performed. That was the expectation. There was nothing less, right? So if your team doesn't provide you that, then it's not working for you, and it's not going to work for you. So you got to search for a new team. Now, what do I offer? I offer the world's first high-intensity coaching program. That's what I offer, the world's first high-intensity coaching program. And that's what I love to coach about, is intensity, is clarity, getting you out of chaos. And I know what's crazy is when you started, you were here. You had passion, you had energy, you had excitement, you had clarity, you had focus. You thought you had the best business plan in the world. I know that, because why would you go with anything less than that? Like, oh, I don't know if it's going to make it. Come on, man, that's not real. You knew you were going to do this. And now you're sitting here because nobody told you, because of your support system, because the money isn't where you want it. You're not controlling your time. You feel like you're on a hamster wheel. You feel like just everything's falling apart, right? That's the world you're in right now. Well, I want to bring you back to here, where you're back to being passionate. You're back to having energy. You're back to having excitement. You're clear. You're focused. I want to get you back to there by learning from all of this and cleaning this up. Now, there's one thing that I tell people all the time. You're one decision away from changing everything. One. But you're going to make it 100. You're going to overcomplicate this. So I have made this very, very simple. Very, very simple. Because I just want you to make one decision. And the one decision is to book a strategy session. It's free. A little bit of your time, a little bit of my time. What's my commitment to you? I'll help you with one sticking point. So we got the 9 principles: money, time, health, fund, protection, giving back, enhancement, support, why. We're going to pick one of those principles, one of those sticking points, and I'm going to work you through one of them on the strategy call. It's complimentary. It's free. It's a little bit of time. All I need you to do is make a decision to schedule the call. Now, I have criteria. I'm going to ask questions when you go to schedule the call. And I'll tell you what they are. I need you to be vulnerable, and I need you to be coachable. So if you're going to come in like a jerk and you know it all, don't even book the call. Let's not waste my time or your time. Respect it. But if you're going to come in vulnerable, coachable, wanting to talk, book the call. Make the decision to book the call. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, I can't work miracles in one free strategy session. But I'll get you through that one sticking block to get you from chaos to clarity on that one sticking block on one principle on the call. That's what I'm going to do. Now, if at the end of the call, that the coaching call went well, and I feel like I'm a good fit for you, and I can assist you, and I feel like you're a great student, and you're teachable and coachable, and I love your personality, and we align, and there's a lot of chemistry, I will talk to you more about my coaching programs. But if I don't feel like we align, and I can't help you, and I'm not the best coach for you, I know a lot of other coaches. I'll be honest, I'll recommend somebody else if that's what you're looking for. But if all you want is help with one sticking point, free of charge, then book the call. So I want you to remember a couple things from this masterclass. Your passion, why you jumped into that fishbowl. I want you to understand when the dream is real, the grind is fun. So everything you're going through, the chaos that you're going through, I want to turn that chaos into fun because you're going to get clear. And the last thing is I just want you to learn how to make one decision. And that's a big part of my coaching program is teaching people how to make decisions. One decision. Quit making it 100. Quit overthinking stuff. Make a decision. So that was a quick snippet of chaos to clarity, working with Coach Al Philip Mary. I hope you got something out of this. I look forward to connecting with you, and I hope that you book the call. Thank you, Coach Al Philip Mary.